Hey, the Daily Purge. Let's turn some lights on here. Sorry, I was distracted here a little bit. All right, the Daily Purge. How you doing today? It's Monday already, rocking and rolling. You all know what that means, right? It means it's a start to another week, another chance, another time, another opportunity to push hard and force it, or is it? Right. So that's the question you ask yourself. There's, I was talking to Lane today and talking to a lot of people today. Actually, a lot of stuff going on. As you know, we launched Have NFT over the weekend. Did quite well. It's not the classic crypto project. So it's a different, we're having to educate a lot of people on it. Not only educating veterans on the blockchain, but in educating veterans how to buy an NFT, educating the NFT crowd how veterans are, right? The crowd of NFTs and crypto think that it's got to go this way. And we say no, because this is a different community. So yeah, it's been a challenge. Let's put it that way. But man, we're loving it. We're just having a fantastic time. And just the deeper we go into this, the more challenges we have. The more challenges we have, the more we learn. The more we learn, of course, the more we adapt. And it's something else when you take a step back for a second and say, okay, what have we been doing? How's it going? Our vision, is it being fulfilled? Is it happening the way we wanted it to happen, or does it even matter? It's only about the mission itself and getting it out there. Well, yeah, that's the big part of it. So sorry, I'm sharing this around in case you're wondering. You can share this with other people too if you want, please. It'd be fantastic if you could share it with other people. And drop me a line. Tell me where you're from, who's watching, what's going on. And let me share this one more time, and I'll be ready to roll. There we go. Rock and roll, rock and roll. All right, just saw a comment. Daniel Travis Kirkland, how you doing, brother? Yeah. So sorry, I'll get this out of there. So the fine line between pushing and forcing success, my reflection. First of all, let me start by saying success is relative to me. It's relative. I can look back in my days when I was in the Army and I got out and I opened my first business, my cocktail bar in Berlin, Germany. I loved it. That was successful, right? So I was probably bringing, hey, Isaac, Boise, Idaho. All right, brother. Good to see you. So I was probably bringing in, I don't know, D marks, German marks at the time. I think it was like 30K a month after the first year in the bar, right? And it was a 40 square meter bar. Hey, Olga, which is very small. I was thinking like, dude, I am banking. Like this is the bomb, right? 30K a month, but that was gross revenue net out the back, because what people forget about in cocktail bars, right? You have all this liquor, all this beer, this wine, drinks, juice, glass. That's all like $50 bills sitting on a shelf, or $100 bills sitting on the shelf everywhere you look, right? So the inventory there was probably $5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand. I don't remember, right? So in the end, I didn't have much money, but it didn't matter because I was successful. I felt successful. Then as the years go by, I wrote a book, right? Book came out. It was a bestseller in Germany. Wow, successful. Happy Monday. Wow, it was successful. I was successful again. Wasn't making money from the book. I was making still money from the bar, not as much as I was before, because the euro came and killed the D mark, which killed my profit margin. So I wasn't making that much money, but I wrote a book and it became successful, and I was successful again, but not through money, right? Through the achievement, right? Significance, right? Veteran Entrepreneur Alliance. There we go, brother. All right. So I had the bar. I was successful in the money. Then I had the book, and I was successful in let's say coverage or exposure, but I wasn't successful in the money. Then I went back into the corporate world where I was in between, and I shot up again. So I was successful again. So I was up to the point, I don't know, making 300K or 400K a year, euros, and was overweight and unhappy. First marriage ended, it was over, right? So then I've just dropped everything, lost everything, whatever. Then I started over again, right? So then I was successful in creating a new life for myself, right? In Europe without a wife. So time goes on. I go through this whole mess, have the suicide, I was homeless, then the suicide attempt, then in the monastery, and then I come back to civilian life and I become successful again. Successful because I didn't freaking off myself, right? Successful because I made it out of the pit that I actually dug myself, being homeless, right? So I was successful again, right? And all of this time, it was almost effortless. The pushing always came on the way, sort of between reaching the pinnacle and I'd say the first few steps. And I feel like at a certain point, it's almost like a wheelbarrow. It's heavy when you pick it up until you get to the tipping point. That's the point that I always look for when it comes to success. And if it's too easy at first, well, wait, the load's too light. Maybe I need to go a little harder, right? If it's too light, I've been there too, so many sources, exactly. If it's too light and I'm trying to pick up the wheelbarrow, poof, it goes up, man, I need to put some more, power behind it. If it's too heavy, okay, slow down, let go a little bit, right? See how things develop and see how it grows, right? So there's a fine line between pushing and forcing success. If I just keep looking at the things that we're doing now, as far as after that in the corporate world and being successful, I moved to Budapest, became successful again, met all these other things and did this business and got married again and all this kind of stuff, right? Kids and the whole work. It was like success. But before, where success was, I was in the Army, I'm going to get out, I'll make a lot of money. I did that. That wasn't successful for me. Then I was, okay, I want to get out and write a book. All right, good. I wrote a book. That was successful. I actually wrote another book right there. That's successful. I wrote one before that too. It was 3 in total. That was also successful. Not as successful as this one or the other one, but it was still successful. Different kinds of success, right? The balance, monetary, physical, like I'm in top shape now. Boom. You know what I mean? Like top shape. That's success as well. Getting them all together, right? Getting them all together, forcing them all together seems to be the hardest part, right? Even in my 54 years, it's been seldom that I've been successful in all areas of life at the same time. I'm integrated. There's no doubt. I'm fully integrated in every aspect of my life. But to have the full peak exceptionalism in every part of your life, I think is next to impossible. Anyone who says that is probably full of it, right? So yes, you can be enlightened. Yes, you can feel fantastic. Yes, you can say, I'm very happy being broke, living on the basement floor because I'm enlightened, but that's not success, right? That's success in one area. I'm talking full life integration success, right? And how do you force that, not force that, but put enough effort into it where you're climbing slowly up the hill of success? That's always my ponderance. And I'm very aware, so is Lane, of how much force we're putting, force versus pressure, power versus force, whatever you want to do. Mr. Green there wrote the book. It depends on your specific situation and where you are in your own hero's journey. I'm drinking wine out of a cart. No, I'm kidding. It's grape juice. Actually, organic grape juice. And it's my kids. Stole it from my kids. Been there too many times. All right, so the reason I'm saying this is because we're at a point now with our NFT. The NFT is a project for veterans that we have been doing for over 4 years, Lane and myself and the others. This is just another aspect of the project we already have. Now, on the weekend we had a pretty good launch. It was quite successful. We did over 6 figures, which was pretty freaking cool for one weekend. But for the NFT space, they're like, it wasn't successful. You have to sell out in one day. And we're like, we're not here to sell out. We're here to create a sustainable project for the veterans going forward, for their families going forward, not only in America, but moving on to the UK, Australia, Canada, and all these other Western nations that we are friends with in the veteran community, to give veterans and their families an opportunity to have one place on the blockchain where they can reference any healing modality and any helping nonprofit, any nonprofit that can help them. So they're not constantly looking for trouble. I just read today, and I came in tears again. A guy that I know, freaking another one, killed himself again today, right? So I'm freaking sick of it. I'm freaking so sick of it. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. And these aren't like beard touting wheelchair homeless people. These are successful businessmen, officers, high-ranking officers, high-ranking non-commissioned officers. I knew a sergeant major who killed himself. Freaking sergeant major, the highest rank you can achieve in the non-commissioned officers corps. Full bird colonel shot himself. You know what I mean? This is what we're tackling. This is what we're going after. And people say, well, yeah, there's a lot of nonprofits out there. One thing I've learned is that life should require effort, but it shouldn't be a struggle. When I feel I'm really struggling, it's time for me to fight. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we can do much better. And this is the deal. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. They freaking off themselves. I've been there. I know what it tastes like. I know what it tastes like to have that gun in your mouth. I know what it tastes like. Literally. Right? It's not a fun place to be. And no one gives an F. Right? It seems like in that moment, no one gives an F. Yeah? But we do. And I'm freaking sick of reading every freaking day about somebody that I know who kills himself, or that knows somebody who I know that kills himself. It's reading the stories and the families they leave behind and all of the pain and suffering. Think about this. You're married. Your spouse goes to war. You're terrorized for a year while they're in Iraq. They're terrorized for a year when they're in Iraq. They come back a different person. And for 5 years, you try to work it out. And then boom, that spouse offs themselves. And then it puts your family through even, I mean, it's a freaking vicious cesspool of hell. And we have to fix it. Why? Because we can. We just have to want to do it. And that's what HAVE is all about. And I'll be damned if we get stopped. And I'll be damned if any hater out there, there hasn't been any. But if there's any haters out there talking shit, if there's other people there that don't stand behind us, if there's other people out there that say, oh yeah, NFTs and blockchain, and we don't know what that is, and it's sketchy and all this, go for it. There's enough out there that understand that this is a real problem. It isn't just the suicide. It's all of the things that stem from that. All of the things that stem from that. There's such a spider web of issues that surround our soldiers. And I know a lot of people out there, our veterans, I know a lot of people out there like, look, I didn't serve. No one I know really served. My family didn't serve. Why should I give a shit? Fair point. You can figure it out. All the folks in power keep trying to tackle it the same way when they realize it isn't working. Decades, senseless death and loss. Thank you very much. And that's why HAVE is there. We're consolidating what's out there, putting it in one place for reference where it's easy access for every veteran and their family to get the help that they need and freaking deserve. Right? They freaking deserve it. I'm pissed. I'm tired of reading about it, man. West Point graduate. It's annoying as shit. And it doesn't make it easier. Because other people are out there praising them. Doesn't make it easier. It makes it worse, actually. It makes it feel like, okay, when's my time coming? You know what I'm saying? Like, when's that crack going to come? So it just, Jesus Christ, it makes you wonder, like, okay, I survived the war and now I'm surviving all of I've lost more friends than I now have. You know what I mean? Like, I've lost more friends than I now have. How can that even be? Right? Do you understand now why HAVE is so important to us? I really don't know how else to put it. But if people are out there trying to give up, right? Don't. There are people out there that really care. The people out there that spend every waking hour doing stuff like we're doing right here for little to no money, doing stuff on the side just so we could live. This is our mission. This is our purpose. This is what's behind what we freaking do. And God dang it, I'll be damned if anyone's going to stand in our way or talk shit or whatever the deal is, right? I don't even care, right? Because this is what it's about. We're not forcing it, right? We're not pushing it. We're just making it happen, creating as we go, taking imperfect action, co-creating with the world around us to make this into a reality because we see it clear as day in our heads, the largest veteran ecosystem in the world, cross countries, cross continents, helping veterans get the service, get the results, and get the help that they deserve and their families. Jesus. Sometimes it's a huge burden just staying alive due to the obligation to others because leaving will hurt. Brother Rohan, you fucking nailed that shit. Sorry, excuse my French. You nailed it. It's true. It's like, what do I do, right? I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've been there, more than once. And it's easy to say, oh, see ya, see you later, hey, Melinda. It's easy to say that, but it's hard when you think about the consequences. And nobody deserves it. Nobody. But I totally understand when they take the exit, when they take the, the easy way out, the hard way, right? Some of you are out there saying, I don't care about the veteran. Who cares about veterans? Like, I don't have anything to do with the veterans. It's your fault. You joined the army, right? You wanted to go to war. You wanted to be a freaking hero. Well, yeah. Well, what people forget is that through time, from the beginning of time, even in the Bible, there were warriors, people fighting for those who couldn't fight for themselves. I don't know about grandma and grandpa going out there and fighting in Iraq. Could they have done it? I don't think so. Right? What about the little girls and boys? Could they have gone to it? No, they couldn't. Who the hell was supposed to do it? Right? Whether or not it's politically correct or it's the right agenda or whatever, that's not the point. The point is people stood up to serve selflessly and to give their life so that others can be free and live their life. I don't know a higher sacrifice. I personally don't know a higher sacrifice besides sacrificing your life, boom, right in front of somebody for something else. It's the same thing. That's what we're about. That's what Have's about. And I'm not asking you to buy an NFT. I'm not asking you to go to havenft.io right there and buy an NFT. You can if you want. I'm not telling you to buy one. All I'm saying is support the mission. Talk good about it. Share it around. Tell people about it. Tag them. Just let them know what we're doing. This will grow. This will happen. This will be successful in its own right. That's all we're asking for. All right? That's all we're asking for, because you aren't alone. We fucking love you. You're worthy, and we cut through the ego and masculine bullshit to tell you who we are. Fucking love you, brother. All right. I think everyone got the message. Thank you for the rant, the opportunity to rant. Love you guys. Love you all. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Spread the word. Just tell everybody what we're about. Tell them this is not bullshit. We're not a nonprofit. We're not taking money from anybody. We're consolidating what's there. We're taking the proceeds, investing them, to give a return to everybody, and to give back to the veterans. 100 nonprofits getting donations from us when we sell. Big deal. It's a big deal. Thank you so much for tuning in. Look, we have to be there for each other. It's going to work out. It will. Amen, Glenda. Amen. Thanks, Meta. Thanks, Rohan. We must be there for each other. We must be there for each other. No more division. No more division. All right? No more. Hey, Bobby, how you doing, man? Good to catch you live. All right, everybody, have a fantastic one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks, Melinda. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks, Glenda, Meta, Rohan, Facebook user, everyone else, whoever Facebook user is. Thanks so much. Probably Joe, if I'm not mistaken, and Daniel, of course, as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love you guys. Have a fantastic one. Remember what they always say. It's all about quality of life. See you tomorrow.